Rather warm night, the temperature at 84. We'll drop around to 81 or 82 by kickoff time. The 6 o'clock official reading at 84. Just a tremendous crowd here tonight, maybe 62, 63,000. And the Crimson Tide band now has formed the letters T-I-D-E. Well, during the 10 years that Paul Brown has been the head football coach at Alabama, the Crimson Tide teams have won 6 opening games, lost 3, and had 1 tie. Last year on the opening game, it's a game that will be long remembered. The whole nation knew about it because it was on national television. A 37-37 game with Florida State. Of course, tonight's game also has the aspect of Jerry Claiborne, the former pupil, against the old master Paul Bryant. And the last time we had that format was in the Cotton Bowl. Alabama's tri-captains are coming out, and we're almost ready for the toss of the coin. So right now, let's call 60 seconds before the start of tonight's game. This is the Alabama Football Network. Let's get And now the captains are meeting with the officials in the center of Legion Field. For Alabama, the tri-captains are Donnie Sutton, Junior Davis, and Wayne Owen. For Virginia Tech, Rick Hyland and Ron Davidson. The officials for the game tonight, the referee is Carl Dean from the Atlantic Coast Conference. The umpire, Pete Williams from the SEC, the linesman, Richard Carrington from the Atlantic Coast Conference, the field judge is Jack Bradford from the SEC, the back judge, John Lane of the SEC, and the electric clock operator, John Dione from the Southeastern Conference. Virginia Tech will have a chance to make the call. Rick Hyland makes the call, and let's see what the official indicates. Alabama wearing crimson jerseys tonight with white numerals and white pants, while the Gobblers from Virginia Tech are wearing white with crimson numerals. So really a diametric clash. Virginia Tech has won the toss, and the Gobblers want the football. Alabama is taking the slight wind, which is partially a crosswind at their back.
There's the whistle. It is underway. The kick is in the air. A long floating kick. Going to Smoot at the 5-yard line. Smoot directly up the center of the field. Swings to the right now. Being chased by Mickey Lee and pulled down at the 13-yard line. Mickey Lee, a redshirt junior from Enterprise, Alabama, makes a fine shirt sleeve tackle and pulls Terry Smoot down just shy of the 14-yard line. At that point, the Gobblers will put it in play. Coming in to direct the attack, Al Kenfield, a Tuscaloosa boy, playing for Jerry Claiborne at VTI. He and Mike Ford are great friends. Mike Ford looks at him now as an enemy, and vice versa, you may be sure. Longerbeam is split to the left as a flanker. The split end is to the right from the I formation. The handoff is to the second man through. Smoot across the 15 to perhaps the 17-yard line. Mike Hall got the shoulder to him first and pulled him down at the 17-yard line. It'll be second down 7. The ball on the hash mark on the far side as VTI goes. Opening moments of play from Legion Field in Birmingham. A beautiful evening. Temperature in the low 80s. As they wheel up, Longerbeam, Dickie Longerbeam is split again. And now Kincaid looks from the I formation. A delayed handoff and slipping down of his own accord as he tried to cut back was Terry Smoot. Right there to cover up on him was Mike Hall again. So it's a loss of 2. It'll be third down 9. That was sort of a counter play. Lenny Longo going in probably as a messenger service at one of the guard spots from Jerry Claiborne. No score. The clock moves with 13:35 left to play in the first period. Now Kincaid fakes to one man, hands up to the second man, who comes up the middle and gets only a yard. It was his fullback, a 218-pounder from Crittenden, Bert Henderson. Mike Hall there to make the stop. About a yard and a half gain. Nevertheless, it is fourth down, and part of John Semsak will come in to kick to Alabama. He'll kick against the breeze. For Alabama, dropping into twin safety, senior Donnie Sutton, junior Tommy Wade. The Dothan speedster, the line of scrimmage just shy of the 17-yard line. Semsak will kick from his own 5. And it's a high, wobbling kick. It's coming up around the 50-yard line. It hits in Alabama territory and is down at the 46-yard line in Tide territory, at which point the Crimson Tide will have the ball in play. Dennis Dixon, one of the fine seniors on the team, along with Conrad Fowler, will be the end for the Crimson Tide. Joe Kelly, the senior quarterback, will operate the Tides. Offensive formation, 12:43 left to go. There is no score. The first time Alabama has had the ball. Conrad Fowler very wide to the right. Man in motion as Kelly takes. Hands to Peter Gillibert, the fullback. Gillibert gets about 3 over the left side, just shy of the 50-yard line. Pete Doyot made the stop. It's right on the 50. His forward motion did carry to the 50. So that's a 4-yard pickup for the junior. The junior fullback from Madison, New Jersey. Joe Kelly again swings Conrad Fowler wide to the right. Gillibert is the up man at fullback. Kelly barks from a long count. Second down, 6 yards to go. Kelly on the option is tying up on a fine defensive play by Joe Tucker, the right end, but Kelly, with his strength, he's a 197-pounder, managed not to lose. In fact, he picked up about a foot. As Joe Tucker, who is 6'5", 210-pounder, made a good defensive play. He wanted to pitch it back, but he could not. He had no chance. Third down. A long 5 to go. And Alabama puts the slot formation with Eddie Morgan in the slot left. Joe Kelly drops back. He wants to throw. He does to Gillaba at the 30 to the 50. Gillaba is banged out of bounds at the VPI 45-yard line, and it will be close to a first down. We'll have to see where the ball is spiked in by the officials. Tucker and Beamer knocked him out of bounds. It is sufficient for a first down. The first of the evening, a little swing pass from Kelly to Pete Gillaba, taking the ball to the 44-yard line in Gobbler territory. So that's the first down of the 1968 season for the Crimson Tide. The clock stops for the out-of-bounds play with 11:37 left. No score. Alabama on the march. From the I formation, Fowler wide to the right side. Gillaba, the up-back, the full-back. Long count. The ball is kept by Kelly and fumbled back at the 49-yard line. He recovers it himself. Is quickly covered by Tucker and Harvey, a tackle.
John, on that play, Kelly had the ball on his hip, and he faked beautifully, and he might have been able to turn the corner, but by holding the ball on the hip, it somehow just managed to slip out, and it broke up what could have been a big play for the Tide.
And it almost looked like he hid the ball so well he hit it even from himself. It's a loss of 5. Second down, 15 from the VPI, the Virginia Tech 49-yard line. Kelly with wide men left and right. Long count. Kelly rolls to his left. Takes one time. He is going to keep it himself. He gets to the 43. About a 6-yard pickup. Frank Beamer came up from his right side back spot. He's a 2-year letterman for Virginia Tech. So we'll have a third down and long yardage. About 9 yards to go. Bobby Swafford going in, replacing Conrad Fowler. So a rather obvious passing situation. 10:30 left. Richard Grammer leads the charge out. Swafford is split to the left, and this time George Raniger, the sophomore sensation from Meridian, wide to the right. Kelly on a rollout. Again drops the ball. Picks it up. He got a good bounce. He's rolling to his right. He's going to run and be tackled back at the 48-yard line as Pete Doyot from Syosset, New York, simply would not be taken out of the play, and he made the stop on Joe Kelly on a run-pass option. He swung around, but couldn't find anybody open. Virginia Tech playing a leg defensive ball, and they have stemmed the Alabama Tide. Going into the game is Frank Mann, 6'3", 205-pounder, played his high school football as a quarterback. Beamer and Davidson will be the two deep men. Alabama is punting. Here's the snap. Rather low pass, but Mann gets it away. A fine, climbing spiral that goes into the end zone. Almost. They're saying that it might have touched one of the BPI boys. One of the Alabama players are pointing that it actually did hit one of the BPI boys, but the officials are saying no. The ball was blown dead, and I would certainly think that that's the accurate call because the ball was in the end zone and automatically was dead.
Well, I think what they were saying was that ball had touched the leg of the safety man back there, and that's what some of the boys down on the play thought. Incidentally, Mann got a terrific toe in that ball, and the coaches have been telling us we're going to have a strong kicking game this year, and Mann might be the answer to the punting problem.
Showed us something then for sure. Smoot and Henderson are your two deep men, and the handoff goes to Smoot on an off-tackle play to the right side, and he got about 1 yard. Randy Barron was the primary tackler there. He had some help from Gillerstedt. Second down, about 8.5 yards to go, actually, as the touchback left the ball out to the 20 for the Gobblers, and that's their furthest advance of the evening. Al Kincaid, quarterbacking, rolls to the right. He fakes his pass and runs it, picks up about a yard, and that's all. As they unpile, Randy Barron again. And let's see who the other one was. Billy Scroggins. Scroggins and Barron on the left side, making the play there. Counter play to the wingback. The wingback, Longerbeam, comes to the right side, gets to the 25, fights his way to the 26. Flag on the play. We'll see what the call was. They are conferring with Alabama. The pickup was to the 26-yard line. It would be fourth down coming. We'll see what the call will be. Showing a lot of respect for Simsack's toe. He's back at his own 42. Here's the snap. Simsack gets it, and it's a bad one. A wobbly kick off to the left. It hits at the VPI 42, rolls to the 45, to the 46-yard line. It's circled by white jersey Gobblers, and Alabama will put the ball in play once again with excellent field position. 8 minutes, 11 seconds left to go. There is no score. Alabama made one first down in the previous drive. Joe Kelly 1 for 1 in the passing department. He threw a swing pass to Peter Jelaba to get his first down. Conrad Fowler checking in at one of the wide posts. George Reiniger at the other. Beg your pardon. Swafford is at the other one, and Swafford is a split end to the right. Fowler flank left. Joe Kelly again operating it. Chapin is in there at fullback. Long count by Joe Kelly. He fakes, now hands, he keeps himself, and is swarmed under back at the 49-yard line. He made a good fake to Pete Moore. Judd Brownell swirled in there on him and pulled him down for close to a 3-yard loss. So VPI has put on a good pass rush. They have obviously expected Alabama to come throwing despite advertised reports of Alabama's wanted running game. Fowler is split wide to the right side. Swafford on the left from the I formation. They haven't shifted. Kelly on the option to the right. Flips it back to Pete Moore. Moore is hit hard as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, the 46-yard line. Edwards, a linebacker, really put his head in, and so did Mike Widger from the other side. And it'll be third down, 10 yards to go. The DPI defense very, very tough. Swafford going out. George Reiniger checks in for Alabama. Reiniger 6'1", 195, a sophomore from Meridian, one of the truly heralded prep players in the South a couple of years ago. Reiniger is to the right side, Fowler to the left. Joe Kelly on a 3rd and 10, drops back, looks, throws, incomplete to Reiniger at the 32-yard line. Kelly was right on target. He hit him at the 32, and Reiniger couldn't hang on to it. That ball was humming. We want to remind you, everybody listening in, about the game next week in Mobile. It is a day game, not a night game, as indicated on the tickets. So if you come to Last Stadium in Mobile to see a night game, you're going to be awfully lonely. Davidson is the deep man as Frank Mann comes in to kick, gets a lot of leg in it, and he puts it in the end zone again on this offensive set for the Gobblers. Here's Kincaid taking and handing to Smoot, and Smoot is putted down about a 4-yard loss. Mike Hall and Billy Scroggins pouring through there. Terrific defense on the part of Alabama. A 4-yard loss. Tommy Wade at safety. Mike Dane at the side back. 2nd down, 14. Kincaid has a man split very wide to the left with the balance line. Here's the handoff to his fullback, who gets the 4 yards back, +1 to the 21. Barron, Gilstead, Bob Charles, and Mike Hall. Over there, as they say, his knee did hit the ground at the 20, so it gained back the 4 that they lost. 3rd down and 10 yards to go. People in the secondary to cover the receivers. Here's the handoff and a fumble by Emmel, and I believe Alabama has recovered. Jim Duke, junior right tackle, recovers for Alabama at the 22-yard line with 5:33 left in the first period. A terrific break for Alabama as Jerry Claiborne deciding to stay on the ground, and Kincaid's handoff to Emmel was a little low. The center of the Alabama line jostled it, and Jim Duke claimed it. Chapin is in at the fullback spot as Alabama rolls out of the huddle. Short flanker is Fowler to the right side. Kelly taking, handing to his tailback, Pete Moore. Mike Widger hits him in midair after a gain of only about 1 yard. BPI's interior line giving ground grudgingly. 5:15 left in the first period. Nothing football game from Legion Field. 2nd down and 9. Alabama operating right in front of the Alabama student stands, and others you can hear them in the background saying go. Reiniger to the right. Kelly takes, dropping back. He is hit and pulled down at the 29-yard line. A shooting linebacker thundered through Mike Widger and knocked him down at the 29-yard line. The interior and linebackers of the DPI defense has been strong indeed. Donnie Sutton is a senior, pre-med student, and he will be going both ways for Alabama this year, offense and defense. Reiniger left, Sutton to the right from a split backfield. 3rd down, long yardage for Alabama. Big play here as Kelly is pressured. He's running to his right, cuts in at the 30 and out of bounds. At the 30-yard line, he could not find a man open. Alabama is playing with the benefit of what slight breeze that there is, and we were anxious to see whether or not a field goal might be attempted. And coming on to the field of play is Benny Shalacy, a non-scholarship sophomore from Bessemer, who played his football at John Carroll High School. He will attempt from the hash mark at the 36. So this will be a 46-yard attempt for Benny Shalacy. Holding will be Kelly. Here's the snap. It's placed down. The kick is in the air, and it is short and to the left. No good. So the Gobblers from Virginia Tech get held. With 4:07 left, they'll take over. A marvelous opportunity goes by the boards for the Crimson Tide as they recover the fumble. Jim Duke recovered it at the 22-yard line. Smoot and Constantinides would be the two deep men. They try a slot formation, sort of a power formation to the left. Kincaid takes, gives to Smoot on a trap play. Smoot gets a couple. Mike Ford and Mike Hall wrap him up with relative ease as he made his cutback to the 22-yard line. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in the first period. There is no score. Alabama's defense has been stern indeed, but the offense has been sputtery. Coming out is sophomore Del Vicio over the ball. He takes, fakes to Constantinides, hands to Smoot. Smoot is hit by Billy Scroggins and pulled down at the 20-yard line. Billy Scroggins is a one-letter senior from Jacksonville, Florida, and he's played that left end like he meant to stay there all year long. Longo going in at a guard spot for VPI. That was the messenger service we mentioned earlier. So VPI in 2 attempts has the ball right back at the 20. Third down 10. Kincaid on a quarterback draw. Gets to the 20. Gets to the 25-yard line, and Mike Ford pulls it on.
John, that's what we've been looking for the first time tonight to see these boys, and this is not anything that's really been created for publicity. Alabama's Mike Ford and Al Kincaid, the quarterback at VPI, were very, very close friends all through high school and still are, and there they met, and I'll tell you this time, Mike didn't spare the shoulder there on him.
I believe that Kincaid's 5-yard run is the best one that the Gobblers have managed to manufacture. Simsack in deep punt formation takes, he boots it, gets a fine kick this time, and calling for a fair catch at the 34-yard line, and taking it in is Johnny Sutton. The win in is a twin safety along with Tommy Woody. So Alabama will start this drive from the deepest spot that they've had, and they still have excellent field position because it's at their own 34-yard line. Nothing from Legion Field in Birmingham. Eddie Morgan is in at one of the setback spots. Along the line, Ford, Ferguson, Grammer, Samples, and Junior Davis. Flanagan is split end to the right. Fowler is flanked to the left. Chapin is the fullback. Morgan goes in motion. The handoff is faked by Kelly, and Kelly circles up to his left and is brought down shy of the line of scrimmage by about a foot or so as that swarming BPI defense, led by Mike Widger and Judd Brownell, and coming up swiftly from safety was Ron Davidson, managed to break that play off. So the option, which is Joe Kelly's bread and butter, has been pretty well smeared all over that bread by VPI thus far. From split backfield, Kelly takes, drops straight back, fakes one time, throws, completed at the 49-yard line to Conrad Fowler, and he's down. First down for Alabama. Treadwell and Davidson brought him down at the 49. They say it's closer to the 49. And of course, with that first down, the clock stops until the referee judges that the ball is in play. Now he waves it back in action with 1:15 left. Kelly had good protection then, and Fowler ran a hook pattern in toward the middle, and he hit him. First down for Alabama at their own 49-yard line. Kelly a short flank of the left. Fumble, and I think Kelly recovered his own fumble. It went forward a little bit to the 50. Let's say the preliminary indication by a VPI player was that VPI had gotten it, and VPI did get it. Middle linebacker Ken Edwards claimed the ball, and Kelly tried to fall on it. It squirted forward. VPI got it. So once again, an Alabama drive, or beginnings of a drive, was nullified, and VPI has the ball in the best field position they have had at their own 49-yard line. About 62,000 people here tonight to watch Alabama in action against the Gobblers. Kincaid rolling right, throws, incomplete to the far side. He was trying to hit Rick Hyland, one of the captains for tonight. Donnie Sutton was over to guard him. The second down 10. We have 43 seconds left to go in the first period. Terry Smoot, whose jersey has already been practically torn off, goes in, replacing Waller at the running back spot. Smoot has been the man that Al Kincaid has called on mostly. Wayne Owen goes over to pick up the receiver. Spin out pass. Kincaid looks at Mike Ford. Runs him down again, losing about 3 yards. Mike Ford, an All-America captain, certainly justifiably showed his quick reaction as he got taken out of the play, swirled back, and made the tackle, still throwing the man for a good loss. Hand going in for Alabama, a Tuscumbia sophomore. Clock moving with 19 seconds left to go. This may very well be the last play of the quarter for VPI on a 3rd down, 13 call from their own 46-yard line. Might have been motion there for VPI. Kincaid is hit as he goes back to pass. The entire Alabama forward wall, led by Mike Hall and Sandy Gallistad, also by Mike Hand, rolling back, and he put him down to the 38-yard line. That is the end of the first period with the score: Virginia Tech nothing, Alabama nothing.
Drivers, meet the new Chief. Texaco's new Sky Chief gasoline. It can save you money because new Sky Chief keeps harmful deposits away from engine valves better than any other leading gasoline. That means better mileage. And with fewer harmful deposits, you can make fewer harmful withdrawals from your savings account for things like $100 valve jobs. New money-saving Texaco Sky Chief.
Simsack this time will have the Breeze with him in the second period. Big rush by Alabama. And I think Alabama is going to be called for rubbing the kicker. Donnie Sutton takes the ball in on a fair catch at the 31-yard line. But Alabama put a big rush on the kicker, and one of the Alabama boys could not stop his charge and went into him, and the official has signaled roughing the kicker will be charged against the Crimson Tide. I believe that Mike Hull was the young man who, in his eagerness and zealousness to get through, did go under the kicker, and will be an automatic first down. Thank you, pardon. It is still 4th down. Sorry, I thought he went past the first down marker, but he did not, so it is still 4th down. We've got another pretty good rush, and Samsack is still back to kick. Sutton fakes a fair catch. The ball does go into the end zone, and Alabama will have it out at their own 20-yard line. We got a preliminary signal of a first down call, but fortunately, if you're an Alabama partisan, it was not. So VPI kicked, and coming in for Alabama, high school All-America, a star of the freshman team last year, Scott Hunter from Pritchard, Viger High School, and he will be directing the offense. Wide man, left and right. Scott Hunter sends a man in motion. Now hands to Gilba, and Gilba can't go anyplace. Mike Widger hit him first. Dawlight got a hand on him, so did Harvey, and they pulled him down. So it's 2nd down and 10. And while the offense seemed to dominate many of the games across the line this afternoon, defense has certainly dominated this one. Scott Hunter calls his signals. Gilba and Pete Moore are the two setbacks. 2nd down, 10. Hunter looks over the defense. Rather long count here. Takes. Hands to Pete Moore. Moore on a slant play to the right side. Moore goes to the 22-yard line. Harvey, Widger, and Creekmore made the stop. The 3rd down, 8 yards to go. Alabama's offense sputtering, unsure of itself, while the defense has been brilliant. Credit some offensive problems to this fine Virginia Tech defense. It's Jerry Claiborne's middle name. From a split backfield, a draw play with a handoff going to Gilba. Gilba is just shy of the first down, it appears, at the 29-yard line. Hardy and Widger pulled him down, and Pete was stretching, trying to get to the 30-yard line, but could not quite make it. So, hurrying into the Alabama backfield, Frank Mann. No score in this ball game, 13-10 left to play in the first half. Davidson will be deep. He has two flankers with him, Treadwell and Damer. Here's the snap to Mann. He gets a kick, kind of a high climbing kick, calling for a fair catch and taking it in at the 40-yard line is Treadwell. 40-yard line in Virginia Tech territory. So the Gobblers will put the ball in play from their own 40 at the hash mark on the eastern side of Legion Field. Pretty good field position for the Gobblers. Alabama has tried two quarterbacks, neither one of them moving too successfully. Two of Alabama's pioneer sophomores, Ned Hayden and Larry Helm, are both having injury problems, and we're certainly sorry about that. Kincaid on a sprint-out pass is trapped behind the line of scrimmage and pulled down on a fine defensive play by Randy Barron at the 31-yard line. Randy Barron had some help from Mike Duke and also from Jim Duke, and Mike Ford was back there doing some pressuring too. So that's a 9-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down, 19 yards to go. Mike Hand hurries in. Very wide to the right is Emmel. Quick handoff to the inside, going no place. To the fullback, and Sammy Gillestead. Mission impossible from Sidney and there Montgomery, knocked him down for a loss of about a foot.
So it'll be third down and very long yardage. The clock moves with 12 minutes left to play. There is no score between Alabama and Virginia Tech. Emmel is flanked very wide to the right. And Kincaid on the largest passing situation takes one, throws over the middle, and Michael knocks the ball out of the man's hand. Mike took the man cutting in and took the temper to him, and the ball goes incomplete, and it's fourth down coming. Donnie Sutton, Tommy Wade. Going back is deep safeties for Alabama. Sack is deep. Alabama looks like they might put another big rush. Here's the snap. He gets his kick away, and Sutton is going to take it in at the 27-yard line. He comes up to the 40, down the 4-yard line, to the 50, to the 40, to the 30. He cuts inside. He's headed. He's tackled at the 12-yard line. Donnie Sutton almost going all the way. Donnie Sutton bringing that ball back 61 yards from the 27 to the 12. And Jerry Krieger, who has good speed, managed to pull him back as he made his cut in. The ball between the 12 and the 13-yard line as Alabama rolls out. Gilleva and Moore, the two setbacks at the 12-yard line. And the keeper play is Scott Hunter, and Hunter gets it to the 10-yard line, right in the center of the field. Creekmore, the rover, came up to hit him down. Scott Hunter operating the offense, picked up about 2.5 yards. 11 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the first half. And Tommy Wade goes in on the offense. So it'll be Wade and Gilleva as your two setbacks. From the I formation, Scott Hunter calls. Scott takes, hands to Gilleva. Gilleva on a power play to the right side, got only to the 8-yard line. Widger and Ripley and Doyot made the stop. Third down and 5 yards to go as Alabama holds. Spectacular 60-yard kick return by Donnie Sutton, who found the avenue and almost broke it all the way. Matty Swafford wide to the right side. George Raniger is flanked to the right also. Scott Hunter sends men right, rolls to the right. He looks to throw. He does throw. Completes for a touchdown to George Raniger in the end zone. Alabama goes up front 6-0. A very cool Scott Hunter waited to the last possible second. Fired a 10-yard touchdown pass to George Raniger for the TD. You know, to see George Raniger out there, he wears number 88, and you'll remember the last great number 88. He was a pass receiver. It was Ray Perkins, also a Mississippian. They figured that Raniger was going to catch a lot of them, and that was his first one. Denny Shalacy in to attempt the extra point. Here's the snap. It's placed down. It's in the air. It is good. There's timeout on the field with a score. Alabama 7, VPI nothing. And here once again is John Forney. Edwards and Smoot are deep as Shalacy advances on the ball. His kick is high, but not very deep. Rushing up to get it to Smoot at the 20-yard line. Smoot running to the right. He's being chased and dropped right at the 21-yard line. Mickey Lee, once again, pulled him down. So Mickey from Enterprise on the specialty team has performed his chore nobly. He's made both tackles on the kickoff. He's sort of the sprinter, and he's done exactly what you want him to do. 10 minutes, 5 seconds left to play. Smoot, Henderson, Emmel, and Kincaid comprise the VPI backfield. In the secondary for Alabama, Wade, Sutton, and Dean. Longabeam is in at the wing now, and he is wide to the left side. From the 21, Kincaid rolls up. Throws complete to the 26-yard line and out of bounds at the 27 to Dan Smoot, and Mike Hall knocked him out of bounds. A 6-yard pickup. In case you just tuned our way, we had exactly 10 minutes left to play in the first half. Alabama out front 7-0 on an 8-yard aerial, and the beauty it was from soft Scott Hunter to sophomore George Raniger. After a 60-yard run back of a punt, it put Alabama close to pay dirt. Kincaid on a quarterback keeper rolls out. He is hit and knocked out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Scoggins got him. They say his forward motion carried him to the 31. Billy Scoggins staying with him all the way, and VPI going into a quick play with the strong side completely to the left. Virginia Tech is only 1 yard away from their first down of the ball game. Alabama's defense has been so stubborn, VPI has not picked up a first down here in the first half. Third and less than a yard, and VPI comes out with a full house backfield. Kincaid takes. He hands to Henderson, his fullback. Henderson dives in there, and it's going to be close enough for a measurement, I do believe. The officials wave for the clock to stop. From here, our press box aces say it hadn't quite made it. Hand comes in. Harris has been playing, a couple of sophomores. Don Harris from Benson and Mike Hand from Tuscumbia. The chain gang is coming in. Spike down, and it is short by a foot. So Alabama's defense continues to contain them. 9:29 left. Alabama out front 7-0.
deep punt. It's a snap to Semsak. Semsak kicks, and he gets a fine kick to Tommy Wade at the 18-yard line. Wade brings it to the 20. Cuts back upfield, and he's hit down at the 24-yard line. Jerry Krieger, the sprinter, hit him down between the 24 and the 25-yard line. So Alabama will start the ball at the 24 and a half on the west side of Legion Field. 9:13 left. VPI's defense, very, very tenacious. The thing that really hurt him was Donnie Sutton's brilliant punt return. Back in play here as the big Jets fly over. Scott Hunter dropping back to throw. He throws, completed to the 27, 29-yard line and down. Immediately swarmed under. That was Dennis Dixon, the tight end, who swung out before Brownell and Woodger pulled him down. Dennis Dixon is a senior from Orange, California. A pickup of almost 5 yards. Eddie Carter going in as the defensive linebacker for VPI. 2nd and 6. Hunter drops back again to throw, and he's hit and dropped by middle guard Paul Ripley. I think the flag is down. The flag is down at the 29-yard line, the line of scrimmage.
I wouldn't be too surprised to see the personal foul, but I'll wait for the call. It happened away from play, and that's what it is, personal foul against the Gobblers, and it occurred against an Alabama downfield blocker. It moves the ball up to the 35-yard line.
Bobby Swafford is in there, and he's split to the right side. Ronnie Rodham is in there at center. Scott Hunter is directing the attack. And Hunter fakes his inside man, throws, completed to Raniger at the 45, Raniger to the 30, Raniger to the 20, Raniger to the 10, Raniger all the way. George Raniger on one of the real fine runs that you will see. A 65-yard pass completion from Scott Hunter to George Raniger, and did he turn on speed? And I know that Ray Perkins, well, the Baltimore Colts tonight, will be anxiously checking to see how his pupil does, and he has done real good, Ray. 8:19 left. Alabama up front, 13-0. Dennis Shalacy in to attempt the extra point. Here's the snap. The ball is placed down. The kick is in the air. It is good. It's time out of the field with a score. Alabama 14, Virginia Tech nothing.
Well, that's right. I'd say not only Ranigan is a great deal, but he had to come back a little and reach low for that ball. And as we say, everybody's looking at it, and he's shown quite a skill here in the first half.
Lacey kicking off again short, just to the 18-yard line. Henderson takes it, comes back up the 25 to the 32-yard line before he is pulled down. Roger Crossan, the Mississippi boy on the specialty team, made the tackle at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for VPI. After a scoreless first quarter, Alabama's aerial attack with a couple of sophomores showing the way and really electrifying this crowd here, and put the Tide out front 14-0. Kushner is in. Kincaid fakes to Kushner, rolls right. He cannot get rid of the ball, and it's hit back at the 25-yard line. Mike Hall and Randy Barron were the two men that came back in and poured in on Al Kincaid, the Tuscaloosa boy, and Al is shaken up on that one.
Al Kincaid, the Tuscaloosa boy who went to Blacksburg and made good, has been injured, but I think we'll see more of him tonight. John?
2nd down and 17. That was a 7-yard loss. The line of scrimmage is the 25, and Gil Schwabe is in. Schwabe hands to Kushner. Kushner off the left side gets 3 to the 28-yard line.
Kelly at quarterback. Eddie Morgan, one of the setbacks. Wide man, left and right from a split pro set backfield. Kelly with a long count from the 20-yard line. Kelly takes. Hands to Phil Chapin from Huntsville, and Chapin gets about 2 at the right side. Judd Brownell was the first man to hit him, and Pete Doyat got there shortly thereafter. Clock moving with 2:20 left to play in the first half. Alabama out front 14-0 on 2. Scott Hunter to George Raniger, touchdown passes. One a 65-yarder. Joe Kelly on 2nd and 8, wide man, left and right. Kelly looks out to his man on the left. Long count. Kelly takes. Keeps himself, and he's hit by Waddy Harvey, who submarined through and dropped him at the 19-yard line. Waddy Harvey from Richmond. Now going in is Scott Hunter at the quarterback post on a 3rd down, 11 play. The clock continues to move. 1:35 left. Joe Kelly, a very fine senior, young man from Ozark, going up, and sophomore Scott Hunter from Viger High and Pritchard taking over on 3rd down, 11. Drop play to Chapin. Chapin trying to get the outside, cannot do it as VPI just refuses to budge. Mike Widger, the outside linebacker, came in to bring him down after a 1-yard pickup. So that will bring up an obvious punting situation with 1:05 left to play in the half. The $1 Million Band will be on at the half, and also our producer, Bert Bank, will be talking to Governor Albert Brewer. So I know you want to stay tuned for that and hear the analysis of the statistics and the whole ball of wax at halftime of Alabama football. Here's the snap to man, a big rush, and it's blocked by VPI. Into the end zone, VPI recovers for a touchdown. John Siegel, our follow, will try to pick up the man who actually recovered it out there. But it's a touchdown for Judd Brownell. Judd Brownell, the defensive end. Doyat and Ripley poured through. You know, Stan, when you're talking to Charlie Forney for him, I wish you'd ask this from me. They've been kicking from a spread formation about 14 yards deep. And Frank Mann has been just about 10.5 yards deep. I wonder why the change, and it looks like we got penalized there. 14-6 is the score. Semsack will attempt the extra point. Here's the snap. It's placed down. The kick is in the air. It is good. So the score is 14-7. Alabama over VPI with 42 seconds left to play in the half. Alabama forwards expecting perhaps an onside, but instead he just kicks kind of a twisting kick that will go out of bounds at the 22-yard line. So that will be a delay of game penalty. Move the ball back to the 35, from whence the kickoff will be made. The interior line from VPI, they have not given anything on the ground, and they have been stern foes indeed, with Brownell, Doyat, Ripley, Harvey, and Tucker. And Brownell recovered the fumble after the block punt, and I was just trying to think of when the last time we had a punt block. I believe it was in Knoxville. The clock does not start till an Alabama man touches it. So the kick is in the air, and it goes down to the 10-yard line, to the 20, the 25, cutting to the outside is Tommy Wade, and he gets it out to about the 34-yard line. Daner not. So it will be first down for Alabama. 37 seconds left to play in the half. Chapin is in at one setback. Scott Hunter is trotting in. Let's give you some vital statistics about Scott Hunter, because this is a gentleman we'll be seeing a lot of. 6'2", 202. He's a sophomore from Pritchard. All-America high school player. Scott takes the ball, rolls to the right, takes the pass, keeps it himself, makes 2 yards, and is knocked down. Alabama running wide. Ripley made the tackle. Scott just simply took the pass. He had some people going downfield, but he got it across the 35. Al Kincaid, who was shaken up for VPI, back up with some walking around just a moment ago. 4 seconds left, 3 seconds, and Scott Hunter just simply falls on the ball. And there is the end of the first half of play from Regent Field in Birmingham. The end of the half with the score, Alabama 14, Virginia Tech 7. We'll have halftime comments shortly. Johnny Semsack will kick off. Virginia Tech in the white jerseys, maroon helmets going from left to right as we watch them on the green sward Legion Field. This kick is not too deep. It goes to Sutton at the 8-yard line. Sutton to the 15, swings across to the outside, the 20, and he's horse-tied. Horse-collared at the 21. A flag is down at the 17-yard line. John, that obvious. Alabama got detected for a clip trying to set up a wall over on the left side on the Alabama blockers. And this is difficult because sometimes a player running down under on kick protection can turn suddenly, and that's what happened. And Alabama is going to get a penalty here and is going to be operating in pretty tough country because the point of infraction was somewhere up around the 16 or 17 yard line, and that's going to set Alabama back. Here comes the mark-off against the Crimson Tide.
Scott Hunter is in their hands to Eddie Morgan. Morgan almost broke it. Gets out to the 18-yard line. He was knee walking. That's exactly what he was doing. As he was hit down, Beauchamp blew open a fine hole for him, and he carried it out, and almost, if he could have retained his balance, would have gotten certainly up to the 30 or the 40 at least. But as it is, it's a pickup of 9 getting him out of a hole. We'll call it second down 1. The scoreboards are out here at Legion Field. Here again is the handoff to Gillibert. Gillibert on a counterplay gets his first down to the 21-yard line, and the clock stops, wherever the clock may be. Harvey and Tucker made the stop on him, but it is first down for Alabama, first down number 6. The ball is judged ready for play, and the referee indicates the clock should begin again. In the split backfield, Kelly, quick handoff to Eddie Morgan, and Morgan shot through the right side. He showed quickness there. Edwards and Smith fought him down. He moves it across the 25 to the 26. Second down and 5 yards to go. Alabama not being able to generate much on the ground at all in the first half, trying to wedge it out from hard positions. Here's the handoff going to Gillibert. Gillibert to the 28-yard line, perhaps. Creekmore and Beamer brought him down. Your setbacks are Eddie Morgan and Pete Gillibert. The line of scrimmage is the 28, 3rd and 3. A big play here for the Crimson Tide offense. Fowler comes wide to the left. Raniger has the 2 touchdowns for the night, wide to the right. Scott Hunter is jumping, throwing, incomplete to Eddie Morgan at the 35-yard line. Edwards was there to break it up, and Benny Smith was there covering the intended receiver, and the halfback who came out of the backfield to receive it. So it is 4th down, and Frank Mann from Minor High here in Birmingham goes in to kick. Here's the snap. He gets the boot away. It's a fine kick, driving Davidson back to his 33. A fine wall of tacklers up, and they bring him down at the 38-yard line. Good punt coverage for Alabama. Fowler was down there, Rodham was down there, Ferguson was down there, and also George Flanagan. 1st and 10 for VPI. Al Kincaid still out of the ball game for the Gobblers, and the quarterbacking will be done by Gil Schwabe from Roosevelt, New York. 38-yard line. That was a fine kick by man against the wind. Smoot and Constantinides are its setbacks. Long count. Schwabe drops back on a run-pass option. Rolls to the right. Cuts down, and he's hit down sharply. Right at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward for perhaps 1-yard gain. Mike Ford was the boy who trailed the play all the way from his right end position. Came around and brought him down after a 1-yard pickup. Denny Waller goes in, replacing Smoot. 14-7 is the score. The scoreboard clock is out, and we would have to estimate that about 11 minutes remain in the 3rd period. 14-7, Alabama out front. Here is Schwabe taking, getting to Waller. Waller up the middle, right at the hash mark, gets across the 40 to the 43. Mike Hall and Wayne Owens combined to bring him down. Houston 7, Texas 7. Late in the second quarter, Texas A&M 12, LSU nothing at Baton Rouge. Wide man, left and right on a 3rd down 6 play. Schwabe takes, rolls back, he's got some time. He is throwing long and out of bounds. Intended for Dickie Longerbeam, who was one of his speedsters for the Virginia Tech team. But the pass, although long, thrown with the wind, was out of bounds. 4th down 6, the line of scrimmage, 42.5-yard line in BPI territory. Donnie Sutton dropping back as a single safety right now. Tommy Wade going back to join him. Alabama has twin safeties downfield. Here's the kick. Climbing spiral, fine boot. But Wade will take his 12-yard line. Wade gets up to the 19-yard line before he is pulled down. Longo was the principal tackler on that. 19-yard line, that's the line of scrimmage. Alabama out front, 14-7 over VPI early in the 3rd quarter. Scott Hunter will be the quarterback. Eddie Morgan, senior from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, one of the setbacks. There's a slot formation to the right side. And Hunter wheels out, gives to Morgan on a counter play. Morgan was hit after about a 2-yard pickup. Steve Bacco jumped in to lead the tacklers, but when you say the VPI line hit him, you never would have friends when you're running the ball up the middle with this Gobbler group. 2nd
and a little less than 9 yards to go. The ball at the 21. Kelly drops back, wants to throw, has some protection, throws incomplete to Bobby Swafford at the 33-yard line. Joe Tucker had dropped off, was there to help cover it up, but Kelly's pass was a little bit behind Swafford. Scott Hunter has been quarterbacking this series of downs. I've been saying Kelly, and I apologize. So it's third down counting again. We remind you the scoreboard clock is out right now. We would guess about 10 minutes left to play in the third period. And the third down, 8 play. Hunter going back. Hunter looks. Hunter throws. Completed to the 35-yard line. Yep. Dennis Dixon. Dixon to the 45. Dixon to the 49-yard line in Virginia Tech territory. And Dennis Dixon was rambling before Frank Beamer pulled him down. Dennis got a good head of steam up there, and he was moving. Raniger comes in, replacing Bobby Swafford at one of the wide posts, either flanker or split end, which are interchangeable in the Alabama attack. Raniger is in a slot. Fowler at split end. Strong side is left. First and 10 to the BPI 49-yard line. Scott Hunter on a quarterback keeper. Gets about 4 yards maybe inside the 46-yard line. Widger led the tacklers. Creekmore came pouring in there, so did Ripley. Junior Davis in, replacing Reed Drinkard at one of the offensive guard posts. They always want to give the offensive line a lot of credit. Boys like Danny Ford, Charlie Ferguson, Alvin Sample, Richard Glammer, Junior Davis. The handoff goes to Eddie Morgan. Morgan with 5 second effort gets very close to the 40-yard line. It should be third and a long one to go. Lenny Smith came up from safety along with Mike Widger to hit him down. 14-7 is the score, just about midway in the third period. Alabama out front. They scored on 2 Scott Hunter to George Raniger pass plays. BPI with less than a minute left blocked the punt and recovered in the end zone to score late in the first half. Third down, a long one to go. Hunter calls the signals. Long count. Looking at the BPI defense. He hands to Gillaba. Gillaba gets it and more as he slams across the 35 to the 34-yard line. Brownell hit him. Smith was there too, but it's first down for Alabama. Coming in is Reed Drinkard. That is 8 first downs for Alabama. At the present time, Virginia Tech has not been able to get a single first down tonight. Phil Chapin from Huntsville in at fullback, replacing Pete Gillaba, who gets a nice hand. Flanagan will be in the slot right, and Fowler the very wide man. Chapin, the outback. Here's the handoff to Chapin. They try to trap her to the right side, got about one, and that's all. Ripley, the middle guard, simply wouldn't be taken out of the play, folded in, and brought his man down. Bobby Swafford comes in, replacing Conrad Fowler. With the flankers doing as much running as they do, Coach Bond generally substitutes very liberally at that post. So it's Swafford right, Raniger left. Second down. Hunter dropping back to throw. He throws. Incomplete to Dennis Dixon at the 30-yard line. Hunter hit him, but he might have been trying to run before he quite got it. He also had some help in dropping that ball when Mike Widger laid the wood to him. Third down and 9 yards to go. The line of scrimmage is close to the 33 of Virginia Tech. Alabama having gotten out of a hole, they took the ball inside their own 20. Dennis Dixon in the strong side right. Bobby Swafford very wide to the right. Third down, big play here, and Hunter wants to throw. He's looking. He is throwing to Raniger, incomplete at the goal line, and Raniger, who was double covered by Beamer and Smith, made a fine effort as he cut in to try to take that ball that hung in the breeze just a little bit. Hunter looking over toward the Alabama bench. And hurrying in is Hunter Frank Mann to replace Scott Hunter. It'll be fourth down and 9 yards to go from the 33, and doubtless they will be hoping that Mann can hang one and put Virginia Tech back deep. Here's a snap. Soft kick, but it's not soft enough. It's out of bounds, as he hooks that out of bounds on the 3-yard line. Mann kicked that almost like a soccer kick, and it actually did hook in the air and out of bounds on the 30. So Frank Mann delivers most handsomely. And Schwabe goes in to direct the VPI attack. Mann has tremendous leg action, and the ball looked like he kicked it too hard, but he had hooked it. Waller and Constantinides are the setbacks for VPI. Alabama's defense bunching up close. Signals are being called by Schwabe. Here's a handoff to Waller, who goes no place. Scroggins and Bob Childs in to pull him down. On the bottom of everything, Sam Gellerstedt. Mike Hand trots in. Virginia Tech with the ball at their back. They trail 14-7 behind Alabama. Schwabe to Longabeam, who gets 2, and that's all. And on third down, hurrying in goes Johnny Simsack. Mike Hall and Bob Childs, two fine senior linebackers, made the stop. Alabama sends a single safety back. Tommy Wade. Here's a snap to Simsack. He blitzes it. Wade waits for it right at midfield. Takes it at the 49. Gets away from one man. Gets up the middle to the 40 to the 39-yard line. Puts Alabama in excellent field position. Del Vicio hitting Tommy Wade down after a fine 12-yard return by the Dothan Jr. First and 10 for the Crimson Tide in Virginia Tech territory. Pete Moore will be one of the setbacks. From the 39, Scott Hunter calls. Hunter hands to Chapin, and Chapin is hit for no gain. Maybe about a half-yard loss by Waddy Harvey. Harvey's a big 6'3", 245 junior. Scores 14-7. We'll have to estimate the time because the scoreboard clock is out. We'll estimate it about 6 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Hunter with time. Hunter throws to Laniger, completed to the 30-yard line. Laniger pulled it in with Frank Beamer very, very close to him. Still shy of a first down, but it'll be third down and less than a yard. Laniger, one of the stars of the freshman team last year, certainly having a fine night tonight. That's Pete Moore going for his first down and not getting it. Mike Widger led the white-shirted Gobblers to pull him down. So it's fourth down. I think Alabama is going to go for this one. They will be going against the breeze, so no field goal will be considered. Scott Hunter takes, hands to his fullback, who does not make it, I do not believe. Bill Chapin hit down by Davidson and Widger and the entire forward wall. And the granite-like BPI defense against rushing continues to be mighty, mighty strong. So the Gobblers take over at their own 30-yard line. Slaughter is split wide to the left side. Here's a take by Swabby. Swabby fumbled the handoff, but recovered it himself. Lost it out 2 yards. Randy Bam was very close to him. Mike Ford also in play. Second down and 12 from the 28. Since it appears to be a passing situation, Mike Hand goes in as an extra linebacker. Carlson, Roger Carlson, a sophomore, is in at sideback on the right side, replacing Mike Dean. Wayne Owen, the rover, roves over to pick up the wide man to the left. Throwing completed to Starter to the 38-yard line is Schwabe. It's completed, but he should be shy of the first down by about 2 yards. Third down and 2. Mike Hand made the stop, and Mike Hand goes out now because BPI may be going a yard to go. The power play would logically be called for. So Alabama puts the six-man front up. BPI operating from power formation. Swabby calls. He hands. The tackle is made short. Wayne Owen led that charge in there to hit down Danny Waller. The forward wall submarine flew. Wayne Owen dived in. He failed again. It's fourth down coming. We are late in the third quarter. It's 14-7. Alabama over BPI. Tommy Wade has a deep single safety. The line of scrimmage, the 39-yard line. Samsack waits. He takes. He boots. Wade is back on his own 15-yard line. He takes it in at the 16. They're trying to set up a wall for him. Tommy is trying to swim away, and he gets it back to the 25, where it'll be first and 10 for Alabama. Lane Lawley, who was in there on a specialty team, made a block, but Longo stayed with him and finally pulled Tommy Wade down at the 25. 14-7 is the score. Joe Kelly operating. Joe Kelly hands to his tailback. On a dive play over the right side, picks up about 2. Pete Doyat brought him down. That was Pete Moore, tackled by Pete Doyat. Pickup is only for 1 yard. They stay to the 26. 14-7 is the score. We cannot give you the exact time, but it's very late in the third period. Joe Kelly, senior, operating the offense right now, second down 9. Kelly with a long count. Kelly taking out, keeping himself on the option play. Is hit down short of the 30-yard line as he attempted to turn upfield. Mike Widger made a fine tackle as he pulled in on Joe. Chapin and Pete Moore are the two setbacks for Alabama right now. Third down, about 6 yards to go, not quite 6. Swafford split to the right side. Conrad Fowler to the left. Joe Kelly rolling back, looks, swings one out to Phil Chapin. Chapin to the 30. Chapin ducks his way up very close to that first down. Depends on where his knee hits the ground. And the official says his knee hits the ground short of the 35, and it would be short of a first down, I do believe. The officials look over. They say it is about 2 feet short of the first down, and it'll be fourth down coming. Coach Bond is unhappy about that call. Lonnie Rum comes in to snap the ball back. Man is only about 12 yards back this time. Here's the snap. The kick. Sort of an end over end, hitting and taking a VPI bounce, and is down by Alabama at the VPI 38-yard line. Bobby Swafford downed it. The ball hit about the 33 and bounded directly back upfield. So VPI will have the ball at the 38-yard line. The Gobblers have not notched a first down against Alabama tonight. They got on the scoreboard by virtue of a block punt into the end zone. Creekmore got credit for the block. We want to remind you about the A-Stride, the Alabama educational program that Dr. Rose is inaugurating and is going on now to raise upwards of $30 million to bring excellence in education to Alabama. Here's the snap, rolling back to Schwabe. Schwabe is trapped. He's in trouble and down by Randy Bound at the 30-yard line. John has just been able to get a time check and down and field 1 minute of playing time remaining here in the third quarter with a score still 14-7, Alabama leading. Alabama has not been able to move the ball on the ground with any authority whatsoever. Well, there may be a glimmer of hope. We see a light is on the scoreboard, at least one light. 14-7 is the score, less than a minute to play in the third period. Schwabe rolling out on a second down play. He's hit by Mike Ford at the 29-yard line. He fell forward to the 30. Mike Ford, the fine senior who came to the university, well, I say came to the university, took a bus ride probably, there in Tuscaloosa, which is his hometown, but he did not have a scholarship, and he bids fair to make All-American this year. There's the official's whistle, and that is the end of the third quarter with the score, Alabama 14, Virginia Tech 7. Bob Childs was the other one, but it's short of the first down. Stakely comes in. He'll play in, sort of a sprinter, number 21, trying to block the punt or put some pressure on the punter. And Tommy Wade and Denny Sutton pop back to their own 20-yard line, waiting for the kick from Simsack. This time he will be kicking against the wind. Alabama put a pretty good rush, and they caused a short kick that is out of bounds, well upfield at about the 45-yard line, I believe. We'll wait till the officials walk it out. The mark has been spotted at the 48-yard line in Alabama territory, so that was a 10-yard punt. Alabama put a rush on it. There was no question about that, and he kicked it high, and it hung. At the 48-yard line, very, very early in the fourth quarter, Alabama in possession of the football. Real good field position. George Raniger out to the left. Scott Hunter is the quarterback. Scott Hunter rolling back, fakes one time. He is throwing over the head of everybody. George Raniger down about the 15-yard line. Scott has the breeze with him. That was 5 miles an hour at the beginning of the game, and it's picked up a little bit as the punts around beautiful Legion Field Stadium are flapping in the breeze. Alabama wanted to go for the home run that time as Hunter made a hand pump fake and then wheeled it out, but Frank Beamer was right along with George Raniger. So it's second down, 10 from the 48-yard line. Scott Hunter dropping back. Has some time. Now he throws over the middle. Completed to Dennis Dixon to the 43. The 41-yard line goes Dennis Dixon, and it is the first down. Edwards and Davidson pick him up at the 41. First and 10 for the Crimson Tide at the VPI 41-yard line. Ball is rude, ready for play, so the official blows the clock back into action. Richard Grammer leads the Tide out. Raniger splits to the left side as a short flanker. Hunter looks him over. Here's the handoff to Eddie Morgan. Morgan over left tackle, gets close to 5 yards to the 36-yard line before Edwards and Widger, the two linebackers, folded in on top of him. So we'll call it second down 5 at the 36-yard line. This drive starting at the Alabama 48. The two scores came on Scott Hunter passes. Hunter from the I formation. Hands to Morgan, who cannot break a tackle as he tried to get outside, so he moves to the 34 to the 33-yard line. Ron Widger, a junior linebacker, and he has been all over that field tonight for VPI. Caught him down at the 33, so it'll be third down, about 2 yards to go. 13 minutes left. 14-7, Alabama out front. Here's Eddie Morgan trying for that first down yardage, and that traffic is mean and tough. He tried to follow Dennis Dixon, but they were not able to butt out big Whitey Harvey. He hung right in there. Doggy out, the other tackle, helped out. So they made just about a half yard, if anything. Here it is on a fourth down play. Gillaba is the fullback. Scott Hunter is the quarterback. Long count. Real long count, and Hunter fakes, throws, and the ball is knocked down. The big charging end, Joe Tucker, who is 6'5", just simply slapped that ball out of the air. VPI takes over. We want to remind you again, those of you who are planning to attend the Alabama-Southern Mississippi game in Mobile next weekend, next Saturday, there was an error on the printing of the tickets. The game time printed on the tickets is 7:15 at night. That is incorrect. It is a day game. It is a day game. And Alabama and Southern Mississippi will kick off at Ladd Stadium at 1:15. Saturday night will be the loneliest night of the week if you come there Saturday night instead of Saturday afternoon. VPI Schwabe drops back, and Randy Barron drops back with him and knocks him down. Jim Duke was back there to help him out all the way back to the 22-yard line. A loss of almost 10 yards, just about 10 yards exactly. So Alabama, very, very stingy with the defense, but the running offense has been certainly inconsistent. Beauchamp in as a defensive tackle on a second down, almost 20-yard call. Here's the snap. Schwabe is going to run it himself, but he cannot do it. He's hit on a real fine tackle by Jim Duke. Jim Duke, who is a big boy, 225 from Columbus, Georgia, and he reacted very quickly as Schwabe tried to turn around, and he knocked him down after a pickup of only 1 yard. Alabama out front 14-7. Signals are being called by Schwabe. Schwabe to Smoot, and Smoot gets maybe a yard, that's all. The submarine in there was Sam Gellerstedt, the middle guard from Montgomery, to pull him right down. Fourth down, and once again, Simsack will be kicking against the wind. Exactly 10.5 minutes left to play have been relayed to us from the field. Danny Sutton going back as a single safety. Simsack kicking from a spread. And Bama puts a big rush on him. Danny Sutton calls for a fair catch and takes it in on the 41-yard line. Simsack was brushed perhaps by one of the Alabama players and tried to earn the roughing the kicker penalty, but was unsuccessful. So Alabama, with good field position at their 40, will have Joe Kelly operating the offense. They lead 14-7. 2 scores in the second quarter. And the block punt with less than a minute to go in the half. Make the score 14-7 for Bama. Joe Kelly looks over the defense. Long count. Kelly takes, makes one time, looks, throws, and it's batted down by Judd Brownell. Joe Kelly, who is 6'2", tried to wheel a fast one out here to Conrad Fowler. The scoreboard is showing signs of life. The horn that indicates the end of the quarter or the half of the game has suddenly decided to go on a toot. Second down on the incompleted forward pass from the split backfield. Alabama has Kelly dropping back. Kelly looking once. Kelly throws in and out of the arms of Dennis Dixon at the 45-yard line. Mike Widger was there, but Dixon couldn't hang on to it. Third down and 10 yards to go from the Alabama 40. VPI still has not registered a first down tonight. The wide man to the left is George Raniger. Joe Kelly, the senior from Ozark. Kelly on a drop back. Looks, throws, incomplete to George Raniger, who had beaten this man at the 45-yard line, but couldn't hang on to it. So it's fourth down for Alabama. Probably about 9:45 left. Ronnie Rodham comes in to snap the ball in the punt formation. Frank Mann will be the kicker. Ronnie Rodham, junior from here in Birmingham, over the ball. Ron Davidson is a single safety. Man is back about 13 yards this time. Here's the snap. Not a big rush, but he got it away, but barely. Davidson takes it into the 24. Davidson's hit, gets away from one man, gets to the 35-yard line, and down. VPI poured through again. Conrad Fowler made the tackle, but Davidson had broken a couple of tackles, broken the first wall, but not the rest of them as Fowler, good steady senior from Columbiana, stayed with it. At the 35-yard line, first and 10 for VPI, who trail only by 7. 14-7 as they try to get an offense going to just come close to matching that tremendously tenacious defense they have displayed tonight. Dickie Longerbeam is the wide man to the left. Going out and throwing. Completed for a first down perhaps to Danny Cupp. Was a pass right out of bounds in front of the Alabama bench. And that is the first down of the evening at the 45.5-yard line for the Gobblers. Cupp goes wide to the right. The left wide man is covered by Wayne Owens. Power formation now as Schwabe drops back. Takes one time. He's going to run. He's hit. Stop back at the line of scrimmage. Back at the 42-yard line. Randy Barron was the first one to get to him, and Jim Duke closed him out. Jim Duke is the good-sized defensive tackle. He's been playing pretty well tonight, too. Second down, 13. Mike Hand goes back in for Alabama from Tuscumbia. 9 minutes remain to play in the game. 14-7 Alabama up front. DPI has been tough. They were dedicated to this game. The handoff goes to Smoot. Smoot to the 45. Smoot perhaps to the 48-yard line. Hand was there to bring him down. And Gellerstedt had a hand on him also. They say his forward motion carried to the 49, so it will be third down and 6 yards to go. Coach Jerry Claiborne and his coaching staff clapping on the sidelines over here. Paul Bryant and his looking on from the far side. 3rd and 6, possession play. And he's hit by Sammy Gellerstedt. Sammy Gellerstedt wheeled through, and just as his arm was in motion, Gellerstedt hit him. And Mike Ford rushes over to hug the diminutive Mr. Gellerstedt. Just a sophomore from Montgomery. 4th down. About 8 minutes left to play in the football game. Simsack calls. Big rush. Gets away. That's a good one. Climbing kick. That will be down by VPI at the 2-yard line. Fine play by the Virginia Tech Gobblers, and Danny Cupp, as it took a great forward roll, leaped for it and got it, and down at the official say at the 3-yard line. So Alabama will start things off on this drive at their own 3, a far piece away. Joe Kelly will be the quarterback. They've been pretty well interchanging the offensive backs. Kelly takes, hands off to Eddie Morgan. Morgan is stacked up after about a yard, and that's all. Edwards and Doriot combined on that one. Dennis Dixon was up front blocking for him, so is Alvin Samples. Alabama sort of playing the clock now. Kelly on a counter play for 2 yards perhaps to Ed Morgan. Doriot hit him again. Doriot is 6'3", 225 from Syosset, New York. You can really tell that Jerry Claiborne has ranged far afield to recruit boys for his Virginia Tech team. Chapin is the up back. The official is looking at his clock. Joe Kelly drops back to throw. He's looking. He throws. Completed to Dennis Dixon, who gets it to the 11-yard line. It will be short of a first down. Widger and Brownell combined to make the tackle. Just barely across the 10. And so Alabama will be forced into a kicking situation. Ron Davidson, New Jersey boy, dropping back into safety. He will be a single safety. He's about 12 or 13 yards deep. Rodham will snap. Here's the snap to him. He takes it, gets his kick out, a good kick. Taken in at the 49-yard line by Davidson. Davidson is trying to stop the wall. He's hit, and he ran back. He's dropped at the 45-yard line. Junior Davis and Charlie Ferguson combining to make the stop at the 45-yard line in BPI territory. Virginia Tech attempting to set up a return. Could not do it as the Alabama defensive wall was set up too firmly. So from the VPI 45-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Gobblers. They trail Alabama by 7. All of the scoring came in the second period. Other than that, it's been just kind of a ding-dong defensive battle. Both teams have been trying to generate offense. Defense has been seen aplenty. Mike Ford putting a rush, but the passer goes out and is completed to Smoot at the 50. Smoot into Alabama territory, moves it down to the 44-yard line. Bob Childs made the stop along with Randy Barron. Tommy Wade also up there to help out.
Played a tremendous pass rush on that time, and if you remember last year, Ford injured his shoulder at the tail end of the season, and he came off the field that time, and it looked like he hurt that same shoulder, and that could be a blow.
Now it's Hamer in to replace Mike. That could indeed be a blow if Mike is hurt. The wide man is Longerbane. That's the second first down of the night for VPI. They're in Alabama territory at the 45. Schwabe throwing. It is intercepted by Mike Hall at the 32. And Mike Hall is out of bounds at the 35-yard line. The ball was tipped into the air, played by Donnie Sutton, and Mike Hall came down with it. So it's 1st and 10 for Alabama at the 35-yard line. You make your own breaks in football, and the Alabama defense, strong all the way tonight, made a big break there. Joe Kelly will come in to quarterback the Tide. I guess we have about 6 minutes left to play in the football game. 14-7 is the score. Swafford is wide to the left. Man in motion. Kelly comes out, hands to Chafin. Chafin across the 40. Chafin to the 43-yard line. A pickup of about 6. Davidson and Widger combined to bring him down. The officials say his knee hit the ground, and Chafin did worm his way forward. So they called it a 6-yard pickup to the 41. 2nd down and 4. Swafford wide to the left side. Conrad Fowler wide to the right. Long count by Joe Kelly on 2nd and 4. Kelly keeping himself. Circles left end. The 50. Into Virginia Tech territory at about the 48-yard line. Baco, one of the middle guards, floated out and finally got him down. Kelly made a nice break then. Picked up the first down for the Crimson Tide. Play that is first down number 11. At the 48 in Tech territory. Less than 5 minutes remain to play in the football game. 14-7. Alabama out front. All of the scoring came in the second quarter. Now he waves the clock back in action. There was some temporary delay on the field of play. So Kelly looks at his wide man to the left. 1st and 10. Kelly with a long count. Very long count. Takes. Hands off to Eddie Morgan. Morgan gets it across the 45 to perhaps the 43-yard line. Edwards and Baco were the tacklers on that. I think Reed Drankard is kind of underplacing Junior Davis. Played a good game in that offensive line tonight. 2nd down. About, a long 5 to go. Kelly at the throttle. Calling the signals. Kelly fakes and then hands off on a dive play that goes no place. Waddy Harvey backs up Eddie Morgan. No gain whatsoever. 3rd down coming. 3rd and 5. Virginia Tech, a 3-touchdown underdog. Very, very dedicated about this game, and the defense has been tremendous. Joe Kelly has Conrad Fowler out wide to the right. 3rd down 5 play. Kelly looks. He is trapped and hit behind the line of scrimmage at the 47-yard line. The VPI secondary doing a good job of covering the receivers. Harvey and Tucker brought him down. Frank Mann, the Alabama punter, hurrying into the ball game. Virginia Tech's defense has been something. Had it not been for 2 long passes, one spectacular 65-yarder, Alabama would indeed be in trouble. And they almost were in trouble then as they put the rush on him. A fair catch is called for at the 12 by Ron Davidson and taken in. VPI trailing by 7. Probably not too inclined to gamble, and we would guess at about 3 minutes and 15 seconds remain. The scoreboard went out at the half and has not been on since then. Al Kincaid, the fine little junior quarterback from Tuscaloosa, was injured late in the second quarter. He has not been back. Schwabe is handing to his tailback, Smoot, who battles his way out to the 15 to pick up a 3. Virginia Tech may be content to kill the clock. Mike Hall, the principal tackler. Mike Hand going in, replacing Gellerstedt. 2nd down, a short 7 to go. 1:05 remain to play. Swatty goes back. He looks. He throws incomplete at the 25-yard line. It was intended for Danny Cupp. Virginia Tech has gotten only 2 first downs, and the scoreboard comes on. Now it goes off. The one scoreboard comes on at the south end of the playing field, but we have just about 1 minute left, and the crowd of some 62,000 is pretty well milling for the exit. Swaby dropping back, looks, throws, completed, and out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
That was completed to Bobby Slaughter, a sideline pass, and it should be sufficient for the first down, and the officials so indicate. That is the third first down for Virginia Tech. Swabby, we figure less than a minute to go, gives to Longerbeam. Longerbeam trying to get outside, cannot do it. Roger Crossan made the stop. Timeout call was indicated momentarily. VPI calling time. So with Mike Ford and Mike Dean out with injuries, that really is a real blow to the Alabama defense. Swabby is hit behind the line of scrimmage, gets loose and throws incomplete, intended for Denny Cupp, who's a senior from Blacksburg. Gellerstedt was putting a big rush on him, had him momentarily. The 1 minute and 8 seconds is the word that's just come up. 1 minute 8. (14-7), Alabama leads. All the scoring came in the second quarter. Dropping back is Swabby. He has some time. His throw intercepted by Roger Crossan. Crossan to the outside. Crossan to the 28-yard line. Roger Crossan is tackled by Henderson. Alabama takes over with about 1 minute left to go. They have the ball at the 28-yard line in Virginia Tech territory. Chafin comes in. Eddie Morgan comes in. Joe Kelly comes in. 1 minute left to go. 14-7, Alabama out front. Second interception of the evening, one by Mike Hall, one by Roger Crossan. Chafin is the outback. Joe Kelly takes. Hands to Morgan. Morgan trying to get outside, cannot do it. Picked up one, if that. And Alabama immediately calls timeout. Alabama trying the slant plays to the right and to the left. They have not proved too fruitful. Under the new rules, of course, the quarterback can confer with his coach. Joe Kelly under the center. Kelly looks over the defensive line with a long count from a split backfield. He takes, keeps himself, and is wrestled down for no gain. Pete Delyat made the stop, and Alabama again calls timeout. It'll be second down, 9 yards to go. Now VPI called timeout that time. So it's third down for Alabama. Alabama apparently trying to freeze the ball, and VPI trying to keep them from it. 35 seconds. The word has been relayed up from the sideline. Jerry Claiborne over conferring with his man, and Tommy Wade has gone in at offense, I believe for the second time. 14-7, third down and 9 at the 27. Joe Kelly is tackled for a 2-yard loss by Waddy Harvey. And quickly calling timeout is VPI. Coach Bryant across the way, conferring with Frank Mann, his punter. Mann comes in with 40 seconds left. It's fourth down. VPI has everybody but the president of the school up there on the line of scrimmage right now. Here's a snap. Mann takes it, and he's going to throw. He throws, completed and stopped by Dennis Dixon at the 22-yard line.
John, you might remember that Frank Mann was a high school quarterback, played quarterback, and was the number one quarterback of the Alabama freshmen the year before last. Then they moved him to end, and so he is qualified to throw the football, but it was just out of the reach of Dennis Dixon that time. It could have been a real big punt.
I guess that's another wrinkle in the scouts book that they have to put in. Frank Mann is a threat to do that. 35 seconds left to go in the football game. Alabama out front, 14-7. Dropping back is Schwabe. He's hit, gets away from another man, and is finally going to be pulled down, and he is at the 22-yard line. As they unpile, let's pick him up. Barron and Gellerstedt with the two big ones. They're going to hurry back now without a huddle. But the officials decree that they have called timeout. While we have this brief moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Alabama Football Network.
This is WBRC 960 on your dial in Birmingham, Alabama.
And they pitch back to the shotgun offense. Schwabe wants to throw. He rolls to his right. He looks. He throws across field. It is incomplete. Broken up by Bob Childs. Bob sort of hoped he might get a hand on that one, but couldn't quite do it to hang on to it. There should be about 10 seconds left, and this in all likelihood, 11 seconds left to go. 14-7, Alabama out front. They scored on an 8-yard pass from Scott Hunter to George Raniger, and from a 65-yard pass and run from the same two sophomores. Front of the last play. Third down. Dropping back is Schwabe. Schwabe throws. Completed. He wants to pitch out. The pitch is out incomplete. And falling on the ball is Bert Henderson, the fullback. And that may wind things up. VPI trying desperately to hurry back in. They call signals. They take. They throw out of bounds. And I think if they throw out of bounds, it was fourth down anyway. So there's Alabama's ball at the 23 with 3 seconds left to play. Joe Kelly is in there and simply falls on the ball to wind this football game up, and that should do it, and it does. At the end of the football game, the final score, Alabama 14, Virginia Tech 7. We'll have some final comments in just a moment.
Alabama and Virginia Tech putting up a stubborn defensive battle, and the two coaches here tonight who handle these two ball clubs, you might say that the game perhaps suited the strategy that they have been most successful at. Coach Paul Bryant, who for years was known as one of the truly great defensive strategists of the game, certainly had the Alabama defense ready tonight. And Jerry Claiborne at Virginia Tech, who, as John mentioned during the broadcast, is in the midst of, as he said, a rebuilding year, certainly brought a superb defensive ball club here tonight. And the result was, when one defensive ball club ran up another defensive against another defensive ball club, it was that sort of ball game. The scoring went like this. It all happened in the second quarter. It was the first quarter was scoreless. Alabama recovered a fumble at the 22-yard line. Jim Duke falling on it. Alabama tried a 36-yard field goal. It was no good. So it was a 0-0 ball game at the first quarter. But in the second quarter, Donnie Sutton returned to Virginia Tech punt 61 yards to the VPI 12-yard line. Moments later, Scott Hunter passed 8 yards to George Raniger for a touchdown. Shalacy kicked the extra point, and Alabama led 7-0 with 10 minutes and 12 seconds left in the first half. Then, less than 2 minutes later, with 8 minutes and 19 seconds left, Hunter passed 65 yards to George Raniger, and a good portion of the 65 yards was a brilliant run by Raniger for the touchdown. And Alabama appeared to be out comfortably 14-0 on the roll as Shalacy kicked the extra point. However, late in the second quarter, with 42 seconds remaining, Virginia Tech put 10 men in a rush on Alabama punter Frank Mann and blocked his punt into the end zone. Virginia Tech recovered. It was 14-6, and the extra point try was good. It was 14-7 at the half, and that's the way the ball game stood up. Neither one of these ball clubs threatened seriously here in the second half, except for Alabama's deep penetration on the last play of the game, but the Tide was content from the 22-yard line to eat the clock.